Your headline, I think that'd be amazing. I think when Dakota's healthy, I would love a chance to be able to fight Dakota.
One of the dream fights I want to see is White House, myself and Dakota. And that's a huge bucket list item to be able to do, like fight in front of the president in the White House. Like, who wouldn't want to do that? And I think that Dakota and I both have the skills and the excitement to bring it, to showcase everything everybody wants to see and make that the fight people support.
She could start asserting some dominance on this round, in my opinion. Oh,
Bishop's in bad trouble. Here come the headlessness. And Liz Carmouche pounds out a world tournament victory.
Liz Carmouche just dropped AF* King bombshell at PFL World Tournament 9. Fresh off a brutal TKO victory, the 41-year-old veteran grabbed the mic and called out none other than Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated golden girl many believe is the future of women's MMA. But Liz didn't stop there. She demanded PFL create a brand new women's bantamweight division at 135 pounds so she could headline a super fight with Dakota. That's massive. A legendary veteran calling out the hottest rising star in the company. First, let's talk about what happened inside the cage. Carmouche went through war against Jena Bishop in a tough back-and-forth fight. Early on, Bishop threatened her with dangerous submissions and nearly ended the night. But champions survive chaos. In round 3, Liz found the opening, blasted Bishop with a vicious counter left hook, dropped her hard, then swarmed with ground and pound for the finish. That win gave Carmouche the PFL Women's Flyweight Tournament title and added another huge payday to her already stacked career. What shocked the MMA world wasn't just the knockout, it was the target she chose afterward. Liz Carmouche wants Dakota Ditcheva next. Think about that for a second. Carmouche is a former UFC title challenger, a Bellator champion, and now a PFL tournament winner. She's fought legends across multiple eras. Instead of slowing down, she's chasing the most dangerous undefeated prospect in the sport. That's not retirement energy. That's legacy energy. Now let's look at the matchup. Dakota Ditcheva is young, explosive, undefeated, and known for violent finishes. Fans compare her striking style to elite champions because of her speed, precision, and killer instinct. Carmouche brings the opposite threat: veteran experience, durability, wrestling pressure, and championship composure. This would be youth versus experience, future versus history, knockout artist versus battle-tested survivor. There's also controversy around it. Liz is 41 years old, but she may be on one of the best runs of her career. Dakota is in her prime and looks like a future superstar. Some fans believe Carmouche is taking one last shot at greatness. Others think she'd be stepping into the path of a younger lion ready to dominate the division. Either way,
the PFL has really gone behind your teammate Dakota Ditcheva. First off, what do you think of her performances so far this year?
Oh, she's a killer. She's a killer. She's the future of MMA, and I think that she's only getting better. She's young, she's hungry, she's disciplined, she's motivated. She's got a good head on her shoulders.
People would watch. For Dakota, this fight is a gift. Beating a respected legend like Liz Carmouche would instantly elevate her star power and cement her as the woman to carry PFL's future. For Carmouche, defeating Dakota would prove experience still rules over hype. Liz Carmouche dropped the bombshell. Now the ball is in Dakota Ditcheva's court. Will PFL make the 135-pound super fight? Will Dakota accept? Or will the undefeated monster run through another big name? One thing is certain, nobody expected this fight, and now everyone wants to see it. Stop scrolling right now because one of the biggest warnings in women's MMA has just surfaced, and it isn't coming from a fighter or a coach. It came from Joe Rogan. The target of that warning is former UFC superstar Ronda Rousey, and the fighter at the center of it is Kayla Harrison. According to Rogan, the game has changed. This is no longer the era Rousey once dominated. A new generation has arrived, and Kayla Harrison may be the perfect symbol of it. Joe Rogan described Harrison as a completely different kind of athlete. Not just powerful, but physically overwhelming. When Rogan speaks like that, people listen because he has watched every era of mixed martial arts evolve from the inside. He has seen pioneers rise, champions fall, and divisions transform. His point was simple. Kayla Harrison is built for modern MMA in a way that few fighters are. To understand the warning, you have to understand Harrison's resume. She is a two-time Olympic gold medalist in judo, one of the most accomplished grapplers to ever enter MMA. She built a dominant professional career through pressure, control, and relentless top-game violence. She does not simply take opponents down.
Even though I look up to her a lot, I still want to be in her position and be able to beat someone like her. So.
You could fight any female right now. Who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top.
This is legacy versus legacy to be. Valentina is one of the most well-rounded fighters in MMA history. She reads opponents like code, downloads your game in real time, and exploits the first bug she finds. Dakota, she's got that unorthodox rhythmic striking that could actually throw Valentina off early. Long knees, feints, switch kicks from odd angles. But here's where edgy gets real. Dakota still needs more 5-round reps. Her pace can dip late, and Valentina is the queen of championship round adjustments. Still, imagine a fully dialed in Dakota with sharpened counter wrestling and championship caliber cardio on point. If she dethrones Shevchenko, especially by spectacular knockout, it wouldn't just be an upset. It would catapult Dakota into instant superstardom and turn her into a household name overnight. We're talking late show appearances, global endorsements, the works. That's the rocket ship moment everyone's waiting on, and it would stamp her GOAT application in permanent ink.
Traps them there, drains them, and punishes them until the fight breaks apart. Once Harrison gains top position, many opponents have no answer. Then there is Ronda Rousey, one of the most important names in women's combat sports history. Rousey changed the UFC forever. She was the pioneer who brought women's MMA into the mainstream and became a global star through explosive finishes and devastating armbar submissions. At her peak, she was untouchable. Opponents looked defeated the moment the cage door closed. But time changes every sport. MMA evolved rapidly after Rousey's reign. Fighters became more complete. Wrestling improved. Striking advanced. Conditioning reached another level. Athletes entered the sport with broader skill sets and stronger physical tools. That is where Rogan's warning becomes serious.
When you come back, what are you looking forward to?
I mean, I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great...
Rousey once represented the future, but Harrison may represent the evolution of everything that came after. If the two ever fought in their primes, it would be one of the most fascinating stylistic matchups in women's MMA history. Judo versus judo. Control versus control. But Harrison brings greater size, crushing pressure, and years of development in a more evolved era of the sport.
She's never won a belt, as she's shown. Like, she's not a complete fighter, is she? I'm not a complete fighter. She definitely isn't either, so... But whatever.
Rousey relied on speed, explosiveness, and quick submissions. Harrison often breaks opponents slowly, round by round, until resistance disappears. But the story does not end there. Kayla Harrison also made headlines for something completely different. Her comments about rising PFL star Dakota Ditcheva. Instead of trash talk or dismissal, Harrison offered pure respect. She called Ditcheva a killer, the future of MMA, and one of the most dangerous strikers in the sport today. That praise carries weight because it comes from someone who has shared locker rooms, seen elite talent up close, and competed at the highest level. Harrison understands what real danger looks like. So when she praises Ditcheva's striking, speed, and discipline, fans pay attention. Ditcheva has built a reputation through violent Muay Thai-based offense. Knees to the body, sharp combinations, and fast finishes have turned her into one of the most talked-about names outside the UFC. She does not just win fights, she damages opponents and forces attention. That creates a fascinating future possibility. Harrison versus Ditcheva. Grappler versus striker. Olympic judo versus elite Muay Thai. Pressure versus chaos. Control.
Because there's one name that I am dying to see in the UFC, and that's Dakota Ditcheva.
What a fighter.
Yeah.
What a fight.
Talk about the women's
Can you imagine her
division needing a superstar, and talk about a perfectly packaged, talented, gorgeous, eloquent respectful, good, like literally checks every single box, and she's right there. And she
I'm here with a dangerous Dakota Ditcheva. First question I have to ask, how's the left hand? We saw you shaking it out in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, I think I've injured my left arm, but I think I'm just more gutted because I've been out for so long, and then I've come back and I'm injured again. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much.
This crowd behind you from start to finish, how did that feel, especially in that third round when you were hurting?
Guys, I just want to say that was the best walkout I've ever had, so thank you so much.
Before we get you in the back, I have to know, what does the future hold for you? I know you have to heal up, but when you come back, what are you looking forward to?
I mean, I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few years together, so hopefully we can carry on bringing crowds like this, because you guys really set a standard, so congratulations, guys.
Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva fans, let her know how you feel.
Versus destruction. Harrison's comments suggest she sees exactly how dangerous that matchup could be. And then there is the biggest headline of all. Harrison has openly discussed a possible super fight with Amanda Nunes, one of the greatest women fighters ever. A clash between Nunes and Harrison would be legacy versus momentum, GOAT status versus new dominance. If it ever happened, it would instantly become one of the biggest women's MMA fights ever made. So now the questions are endless. Could Ronda Rousey handle the modern force that is Kayla Harrison? Is Dakota Ditcheva truly the next great striker in women's MMA? And can Harrison defeat Amanda Nunes to cement herself in history? One thing is clear, women's MMA is entering a new era. Old legends, current champions, and rising killers are all colliding at once. And when names like Rogan, Harrison, Rousey, Ditcheva, and Nunes are all in the same conversation, something massive is coming next. Liz Carmouche just dropped AF King bombshell at PFL World Tournament 9. Fresh off a brutal TKO victory, the 41-year-old veteran grabbed the mic and called out none other than Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated golden girl many believe is the future of women's MMA. But Liz didn't stop there. She demanded PFL light.
Is there an opportunity for you to cross-promote with the PFL for, say, a Joan Gano fight? And is there anything specifically stopping that from happening?
Is there any way to stop it from happening?
Is there anything that's stopping that specific fight or a specific cross-promotion with the PFL from happening?
No, I'm not interested in that. We tried to make that fight. They didn't want to do it. And it's done. He doesn't fight here anymore. I'm not interested.
So no fights with the PFL just in general?
Should I?
Possibly.
We got 1, 2, and 3. They can't sell a fucking gate. Oh, talk to me.
Dana,
it's a stupid question, but go ahead. Talk to me. Why would I do that? I tried to make the fight here. They didn't want to do it, but I should co-promote with like a Bellator or a PFL? Why should I do that? Talk to me.
I guess it's just, a partnership with ESPN or anything like that, just in general with just co-promoting an MMA to make, MMA fans happy, just for everyone to be involved with each other.
What? Because of ESPN?
As a partnership.
You win the dumb question of the night. Congratulations.
Create a brand new women's bantamweight division at 135 pounds so she could headline a super fight with Dakota. That's massive.
And still, UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Amanda.
Nunes, Amanda, you said something to Dana White right after the fight. You want to share with the rest of the crowd?
Hey guys, wait, don't leave it right now. Hold on. Double jumping forever, baby. Forever. Today, if you guys look around, I just tie with Anderson Silva in defend the belt. So tonight is a perfect night to retire and then live happy forever.
A legendary veteran calling out the hottest rising star in the company.
Who devised the strategy of fighting southpaw?
Look, the best thing what I did was make my gym happen. Because in my gym, I feel like the same,
First, let's talk about what happened inside the cage. Carmouche went through war against Jena Bishop in a tough back-and-forth fight. Early on, Bishop threatened her with dangerous submissions and nearly ended the night. But champions survive chaos. In round 3, Liz found the opening, blasted Bishop with a vicious counter left hook, dropped her hard, then swarmed with ground and pound for the finish. That win gave Carmouche the PFL Women's Flyweight Tournament title and added another huge payday to her already stacked career. What shocked the MMA world wasn't just the knockout, it was the target she chose afterward. Liz Carmouche wants Dakota Ditcheva next. Think about that for a second. Carmouche is a former UFC title